Hi everyone, welcome to our webinars fruit tree mapping workflow. So today I will share more detail on how we plan the workflow and why this is important and how it can help for our agri drone operation for safety and efficiency. And thanks for joining for today's webinar. And today I will share about the fruit trees mapping flows. So before I go for fruit tree mapping flows, I want to include what kind of things is combined in our mapping solution for agriculture, especially for agriculture drones. So can you see my screen now? Can you somebody confirm? Okay, good, thank you. So so in the screen, this is the workflow for all the fruit tree mapping. So before I start with M3M, so you may check the agriculture drone series like T13, T10 to until T25 and T15. You may have one of these drones if you are starting, if you are running the drone business. So this drone, and then you go to the smartphone app, and then you can check all the data. This is the current workflow for all the agriculture drone owner and the user habit. So today I will cover more is before the agris. Normally we walk around the farm. So then for the fruit tree or for mountain terrains, it's not possible. Even like if the feed crops is a big farms, you want to save time and you want to be more efficient and you care about more safety reason. And then you may require for the mapping drone. So for the mapping drone, you will see Mapping 3 multispectral is a current version now. Before we have a Funnel 4 multispectral or Funnel 4 RTK. Even you can also use Mapping 3 Enterprise, but with RTK module. Okay, so you have a drone. So it's not enough you have the mapping drone. So you also need to learn how to use DJI Terras. And also either maybe if you don't want to use DJI Terra, you can go for the DJI smartphone app. So today I will cover why we need mapping this fruit tree mapping solution and how it's important, and also how to plan. So the last part is I will also cover. I will show you the workflow, how we work on it. So yeah, so normally we map with M3M and process in Terra and plan in Terra, and then you just import to the agriculture drone, then do the job. So this is to the workflows. So let's have a look. What is the difference? Nowadays, many people are not sure, which is like, what does that mean smartphone app? What does that mean smartphone app? They may be confused. The smartphone app is a mobile app to manage your like spraying or spreading operation data, and even your aircraft you can manage, maybe like transfer ownership or give permission to the pilot to use their own account to fly your drone. And once the pilot leaves the job, you can remove him. Okay, this is smartphone app. This kind of managing things. It's not smartphone app is like DJI Terras. Okay, because the smartphone app is a web version, then you don't need like the special requirements for the laptop, and you don't need and so far even you don't need to buy the license. It's a free version, so you can use. If you have a laptop, you can use a smartphone app. This is totally different part. Smartphone app actually is more like DJI Terras. DJI Terra is a software, and you may require some like gaming laptop, or you may require to buy some the Terra license. But always remember, once you activate the agriculture drone from our DJI, and you will got 1 year free license for the Terra. So that license is always license code is sent to your activation email. It's not from the seller or not from the dealers. No, it's directly to you from DJI Terra teams. So this is the main difference. So Terra and smartphone app, they do the same job, and the smartphone app is a different app. This is to manage your aircraft and your operation teams, to clarify for your jobs. So to be more exact, for smartphone app is you can use for documentation, you can use for fee management, because like you plan, even you can transfer to the other pilots. So I can say nowadays many pilots they're using smartphone app to plan the field as well. Of course, this is like Google Map, but a bit a little bit better than your remote control mapping pointing on the remote controllers. So people are using smartphone app to plan as well, and plan and share the file to other people. I haven't started about the mapping drone, okay? So, and also you can do for the team management, and you can do for the device management. This is a smartphone app, okay? So basically, two main things we use smartphone app is for the client, for reporting to clients, and for the regulation compliance. Some country you may require to report the regulators about your work history and the work record, job record. You can use the smartphone app for that reason. And for the field management, you can share your field with another teams. So this is by the cloud based. So once you have internet access, you can use this. So quickly access. You don't need to like transfer the SD card and send the SD card to another city, another town. You don't have to worry, because this is just you open the mobile, and you open the remote controller, you can easily download the file share from the smartphone app. So for the team management, you can invite the team member when you got a new pilot. When he leaves, you can also remove him from the drone, so he doesn't have access any longer to use your drone. And you can also manage job record by teams. You know which teams, and also even the monthly, weekly. You can check all the job records. So this will make a better way for the team collaboration as well. For example, team A didn't finish this form today, and he can transfer to the team B. So yeah, for the device management, you can check your device information. You can transfer the device to the new owner if he or she is buying. Even you can lock the device. This is the reason I always advise all the team create a team, your own team, and add the new pilot accounts. Do not just give the activation email to the pilot, because if the pilot got the activation email, he can lock the device. If you just give the permission, you just add him in the team. So it's good for the pilots. He can fly the drone. It's also good for you. You don't need to worry about like somebody lock your drone. Okay, so this is very important. Okay, so yeah, and also good for the pilot is the pilot can bring the flight record with him along the way. You know, whenever he walk for different, or he can show how many flight hour I have it. So this is also good for the pilots. So next, this is the main discussion of today is DJI Terra. Yeah, many people know like DJI Terra from different perspectives. So reminder is DJI Terra has different version. Today I will talk about DJI Terra Agriculture, not DJI Terra Pro, not DJI Terra Electricity, or the DJI Terra Education. So the DJI Terra cluster, they have a lot of DJI Terra. Today we will cover for DJI Terra Agriculture. So, and also I see like some pilot they still using like different kind of mapping software. Yeah, they are good. You know, you map, you use a different software, and some people they even bring this software, import the reconstruction output in Terra and plan it. So this is make the workflow more complicated. So in Terra, the workflow is very simple. You just map and upload the picture, reconstruct map, and plan in Terra, transfer. You don't even need to struggle for the file types. Oh, is that TIFF file, or like is a DSM, or what kind of file is that? You know, like JPEG, or you don't need to worry about the file types. One simple click, it transfers automatically. And once you import in the RC remote controller, it will work. So DJI Terra basically for image processing and orchard mission planning, and also multispectral image processing. Plus, you can also use for variable rate application. So this became lately, it became famous and also popular, because that is very helpful to reduce the cost. You know, like for fertilizer or chemicals. Yeah. And what is the benefit? So like pre-mapping software solution for complex field and orchard spraying. So normally we use the DJI Terra. Mandatory thing is for the fruit tree farm and the terrain or mountain condition, no matter what drone model it is, even like DJI Agras T20 or T16 or even T13, they work perfectly after you plan in DJI Terra. And the second thing is multispectral software imagery processing for plant health monitoring. So if you want to do the crop management and the health monitoring for your crops, you can use DJI Terra. So this is like complete solution. You don't need to worry like different function. So this is the offline, and it's also friendly for your field. And like, yeah, because this like DJI algorithm in DJI Terra is they make it like a simple process Terra and then like transfer. Even for multispectral, you don't need to worry much about like reflection panel or the index. Once you plan, when you flying correctly, it's automatically trying to detect the sensor, and then it will generate the multispectral images and different map layer for an AVI or OS AVI or any map. So this is a simple solution. DJI Smartphone Warp is same like DJI Terra. So this is it doesn't require the benefit of Smartphone Warp. It doesn't require the supercomputer or gaming laptops. You don't need to invest in the DJI Terra license. You know, this is like a simple way. This means for everyone. But of course, I have to be honest. It's about like Smartphone Warp and DJI Terra. Why people use DJI Terras? DJI Terras is it's not like Smartphone Warp. It's very fast for their processing, map processings. Compare is like 1 to 10 times. You know, if Terra take like 1 hour, you know, Smartphone Warp will take 10 hours. So if you are not working, working with against the times, you know, Smartphone Warp is stay okay. Yeah, so Smartphone Warp is the same thing. Smartphone Warp is a good thing about Smartphone Warp is like cloud computation, so everything is stored in cloud. So if you are using DJI Terra, you may require the large storage because each processing farm is huge. Sometimes like 12 gigabyte, sometimes 20 gigabyte. So it's about like storage. So the good thing is a cloud-based storage. So yeah, and see like why we need like ultra mission planning. The reason is for safer, for faster and higher precision. Yeah, this is totally correct. So how we can do for safer, faster, higher precision is everything. We not just make a boundary and plan. We also do the 3D flight route check. Once we finish the plan, we click, we can see how our drone flight best were flying and how our drone will walk in these particular terrains. So when you see, you can stay edit, modify until you feel very safe. Then when you feel very safe in DJI Terra, transfer to Agras. Agras do the same thing as you plan in Terra. So if you plan well, it is very safe. So you feel more safer and very faster because it's already you optimize the flight path, how the drone has to walk. So team collaboration means like, you know, if you don't have a Terra, what we have to do, we walk around. Or maybe we use Google App. Some people, they use Google App and then like they transfer to their remote controllers. But the thing is for team collaboration. So for DJI Terra, you plan the same field, you import the same field to different pilot, but you already divided the plotted, right? So each plot already have a names. So you can just inform, oh guys, you walk for the plot number 1 to 6, I will walk for 7 to 10. So you can simply divide. Sometimes maybe like 6 and 7 is close by, but since you divided in DJI Terra, it's very accurate. It will never cross. It will never happen like miscommunication and crash between two drones. But if you walk around or if you plan in the you know, Google App or you know other means, so it may cross one field to another. That's very difficult for team collaboration regarding with safety reason as well. And cross divide operation. Why cross the bike? Because if you couldn't finish this field, and you can even inform to another guy, oh, I couldn't finish this field. Now maybe you have to go to another field, or your drone crashed down, and your team collaboration can stay continuous. The in progress test, so you can inform. Of course, you can remove the flypers. You can stay modify in the remote controller, right? So because you still have the same plot numbers, you have all the plots from one field. Oh, sure. A minute. Thank you. Are you saying smartphone app is faster or slower than Terra? No smartphone app. Let me correct. Smartphone WAP. I think you are asking about smartphone WAP. So actually, are you asking smartphone WAP, right? So usually smartphone WAP and Terra, they do the same job, but the Terra is faster. Because smartphone WAP is a cloud-based, you have to upload the picture to the cloud, so it takes time. Usually each file is a gigabyte, so it takes time. But for Terra, it's very fast. Yeah, like within like 2-3 minutes, if you are uploading maybe like 47 or 50 pictures, less than 100 is first. If more than 100, even like 1,000, I'm trying like 3,000, it took 32 minutes. So yeah, it's very fast, DJI and Terra. But if you say DJI smartphone WAP take time, maybe 12 hours or 20 hours. It depends how many pictures you collect. I hope like you are asking the smartphone WAP, right? Because smartphone app is not like smartphone WAP, or it's not like Terra. It's different software, different app, different application. So this is for field scouting. So some people, they also use for field scouting, like digital recommendation, NEVI, what's happening. For the field scouting, for your minor, you need to learn about how the index number working, because this gives you only colors. Each color has an index number. This index number tell us what's happening with our crops. And I will cover more in the next webinar for this. Thank you, because it's a big topic as well. Variable rate is people use this because it reduces our cost. It's increase our yield. Yeah, this is a very good way. So now, and for this, the agronomists need to advise for the application rate. Like you need to write for the poor growth, good growth, and average. Then it will automatically generate which area require more, which area require less, and the drone will do the jobs. So, smartphone WAP or DJI Terra is good for spraying service provider and commercial farm manager and agricultures, consultant, because it's only when for multitasking, the managing thing for smartphone app, and the cloud computing storage for smartphone WAP, and all Terras, and you can communicate with the teams and access anywhere. So this is just introduction about smartphone app, smartphone WAP, and Terra. Yeah, and next I will go for the fruit tree mapping. This is the main topic of today. Do you have any question for this? Let me check. Okay, thank you. Welcome. So we will take more time in the next slide, because we also have to for the workflow. That's right. So there we go. Okay, can you see my screen now? So today, this is the main topic, detailed fruit tree mode. So how? Oh, sure. Let me check that you have another question. Is RTK required for all fruit tree mission? Yeah, this is a good question. For fruit tree, when we say fruit tree mission, we have two mission. Okay, for fruit tree, either you continuous like a zip, like a normal spray, go and fly, or sport spray one by one. And many people, they may tell you, yes, it is required. RTK is a must. Yes. For operates, we have two parts. Okay, mapping drone and agriculture drone. For agriculture drone, it is a must. You must connect to the RTK. For the mapping drone, if you go for the The normal, you may not need. You may be able to run without RDK. But I may suggest to use the RDK for the higher accuracy purpose, especially if you go for spot spray, 1 3x1 trees is a must. Either maybe RDK base station, or you can use RDK network. So yeah, it's a must. I can say it's a must because we use a fruit tree mapping for accuracy purpose. RDK is a real-time kinematic, so it helps us for this reason. So what is a fruit tree operation step? Especially if you are working in the industry, this PowerPoint will have you more understanding how to plan for the fruit tree map. Okay, basically we have 5. Oh, sorry. First, we number 1 is a mapping area survey. You check around and make a mapping with a Mavic 3M. So number 2 is map reconstruction in DJI Terra or smartphone web, modifying result. So people, the mistake is they skip that stuff, modifying result. Because after map reconstruction, it shows you this is trees, this is water, this is the buildings, this is the pools. This is by AI detection. It is AI detection is stay not correct. And it still require the pilot help and the planner, mission planner guides. So you need to modify the result, then you can plan. After plan, you can check the 3D route. When you are not satisfied, you can stay modifying. You can stay modifying again. And you can also go for the terrain follow flights as last by the Agras drone. So you will see number 1, like Mavic 3M, you make a plan, you make the boundary in Mavic 3M. And you select the parameters, and always in this point, like many people may want to know what is the parameter, what is the altitude, what is the flight speed. I will tell flight speed, you can be fast, and altitude is 100 meters is basically we use. And if you use for multispectral purpose, like health analysis, crop farm health analysis, I will suggest you to fly lower up to 45 or 50 meters. Less than 50 meters is much better. You can use tree counting, right? How many tree is that? Even you can check health monitorings. Actually, tree counting stay possible by 100 meters. And yep, so maybe 3M, you make a boundary, then you got the picture as a second thing, like take photo and then this picture you reconstruct the map in the DJI Terra or DJI smartphone web. So this step is the main difference from picture to the map. Smartphone web take more times. So Terra very fast. Okay, within 1 hour will be finished. It depends also how big the farm size. Okay, and then the AI identifying object you will see in this picture. So AI identifying objects, the blue for waters, and the yellow for the buildings, and the pink for the trees, fruit trees that it was sprayed. Okay, but you need to modify this. Remember, always remember, you need to modify. So do not rely on the AI identifying object. Thank you, just for your reminders. Okay, and then once finished, you make the boundary, it will generate 3D routes. And see, I told you, just make the boundaries. This is automatic routes, but we still have automatic or manual or semi-automatic. And how is different that we will see in the next slide. Don't worry. Okay, so once you finish planning, you can check the flight path. See, like in the flight path, if you feel not safe, you can stay at it again and again. Then once you feel safe, you can transfer to agriculture drone. Agriculture drone will do the job, either one by one or continuous flights. So how? M3M. Any question? Let me check. Okay. How do you think precision mapping can impact your overall yield and efficiencies? Oh, okay. Good question. If your question is precision mapping, okay, good. So there's a two parts. I will explain. First is like just we are mapping for agriculture drone planning. Okay, so how can increase? So it can save your time for walk around the farm. You know, if you walk around the farm 100 hectares, it's waste of the times. And also, more important thing is, if the farm has many trees inside or many obstacles, that will you will take risks and it will take more time. So it's increase the efficiency. And also, if you map, you identify the object, this is the obstacle, anything, and it will save your time. And also, it will give you more safety. And especially if you say for the mountains, yes, the terrain follow is very smooth. It's not about what the Agras drone model you use. It's about you give the information about terrain information to the agriculture drone. Even if you use Agras T20, I will show that video at the last of the presentation. T20, I use it T20, and it's very accurate and also very increased efficiency. Especially if you go for 1 tree by 1 tree spot spraying. You know, if you go the normal way, yeah, you cannot do this, of course, sorry. And you have to go like continuous spray. If the complex maybe tree terrains are up and down, like date trees or mangoes, avocado, you cannot finish more than like 12 hectares. Even you are doing 100 hectares in the free crops, but the fruit tree you won't do that. So if you use Terra, you can go up to like 20 hectares, and from my Sweden up to I go like 30 hectares, 30. So it's increased efficiency another 20% or 30%, especially the safety. So overall, yeah, up to 20% increase your work efficiencies. For the yield is basically from the variable application, or like, yeah, you can say like precise mapping. This is like multispectral mapping. That will increase the yield, because the drone will understand which area require more fertilizer, which area require less fertilizer. It adjusts the grew rate by variable application of fertilizer or foliars. It will adjust the growth stage, then you can harvest at the same time. Otherwise, maybe some area ready to harvest, some area is not ready to harvest. If you wait that area to be ready, this this area, where you will not be able to harvest any longer. Maybe it's too much late harvest. So yeah, this thing can maximize. Is there a way to do visit tree count in? Yes, of course. In Terra, once you make the boundaries, it gives you the number of trees. This is simple. Yes, exactly, you can do that. Okay. Yeah, welcome, like Joseph and Mosam. I will show you. Actually in Terra, you map, make the boundaries, you see the tree count. This is very simple in Terra. Okay, so let's continue how we do area survey and mapping with M3M. So first, we open the remote controller, you go the fly route, add create point, and select the mappings. Okay, and then you will see this parameter. You check the drone like maybe 3M. Now we already have. You can either you map with only RGB, or you can map RGB and multispectral both. So if you don't need like multispectral, just select the RGB. This will save your time 5 times faster than like, because if you use RGB plus multispectral, it was captured by 5 sensors. So instead of 100 pictures, you will get 500 pictures. So if you don't need to add the multispectral. If you need, no problem, you can add it. Okay, and the fly routes, and also for the flight speed, I forgot to mention. For flight speed, M3M can handle just put maximum. Don't need to worry much. Then you can select all the parameters. Okay, even you have a funnel for RDK, no problem. Then you can slide and it does the job. So most important thing today is map reconstruction. So before you activate your DJI in Terra gift license, so only remember once you buy the Agras drone, when you activate, you got a gift license 1 year. If you didn't know, you can check your activated email. It stay there. Okay. So for Terra, first you will need a gaming laptop, and minimum is must have NVIDIA graphic. and you cannot use another laptop. Okay, if you use, it's just a waste. Even I try some like the normal laptop, even i7, but sometimes it's hang. It's not working well. So I switch to the gaming laptop. It's very fast. Okay, so to activate, if you are the new user, just download the Terra. You can directly go DJI Agriculture official website and go to maybe T15, T14, any drone, and you will see download, you will see Terra. Or you can even type DJI in Terra and it will show you. You can download, and then when you open, you can see the human icon. Okay, for this, how to activate, let me show my screen of, let me share my Terra screen to be faster. Okay. So you will see here. Okay, I will just go to save. I will just come here. Okay. So in this screen, you will see on the right top corner. I hope you can see my screen. Right top corner, you click the human icon. Okay, in the human icon, you see user account, manage license, and lock. So you can just simply, first you log in, okay? Now I've already logged in, so that's why it shows logout. So you go to the manage license and you can activate license, okay? If you want to purchase directly, you can also purchase. But normally activate license, click, and you can use a code and the email you want to use. That's how it's activate. It's so easy. Okay, this is how to activate. Okay. So, yep. So next, so once you finish activation, you need to install the file. So you already map with M3M and you got the file. You know M3M have SD card, right? Or Thunderful RDK. You just take out SD card, transfer the file here, and then you can start processing. So file, and then you can go to the new mission in Terra. And you add select the mapping, and you add either one picture by one picture or folder by folder. I always select folder by folders, and then you can process. Once the processing finish, you can go for agriculture mission, and you can modify result. Okay, so once you finish, you will see here. You will see the map. Then the first thing I already told you, one reconstruction. Then we need to modify result. How to modify is you just go this setter, continuous, descent interval, display result, modify result. See, the last part is modify result. You can modify the result, either the pool or the trees or the area you don't use. Okay, then you can, if you go for the tree ground center, you will see 1 tree by 1 trees. The first one is like to modify the whole area. These are tree area, these are obstacle area. The next one is, this is exactly tree center or not, you have to modify. Because here you see the plot. Okay, once you modify, finish, you can plant. So, okay, for the planning, more important thing I need to call, I will take more time for the plannings. Because many people are they use Terra, but they are not using effectively. They're not using, sometimes they do not know some function. This is very important. So first, before we go for planning, you need to realize what kind of planning you would like to do. You want to do continuous, like the first picture. You see the first picture? Oh wait, okay, I think this is good. See the first picture, you want to spray like this, like continuous? Or the second one, like 1 by 1 spot spraying. So you need to select what kind of application you want to make. So if you say continuous, it's not not yet finished. So even you already, first let's say we already identified this is continuous. So in continuous we have more function. We have 2 automatic. How automatic? First is descent interval. Every descent, maybe like a 6 meter. That's what we are telling, like 6 meter spray width or 7 meter or 8 meter swap. Yeah, this is descent interval auto. Because in the fruit tree, sometimes you are growing on the mountains. Sometimes maybe the tree ground center are not equally divided by distance. So in these cases, you can follow the tree ground center exactly. The drone flying tree center by tree centers and spraying continuously. Or the drone every 6 or 7 meter, every specific distance is flying. So distance interval or tree ground center. This is automatic. Even automatic, you need to divide two portions. The third one, semi-automatic and manual planning. So always remember, in automatic, the flight path are straight lines. Sometimes on the mountain, you may be growing, even not on the mountain, in the normal like orchard, especially like orange and maybe like mango or like durian in Asia part, like durian, if you grow it, so they grow like the carb line chase because they need to follow the terrain like in the third pictures. So you can say like a contour line. So you can also make mission planning in following the contour line by semi-automatic or manual planning. They are similar thing. Okay, so remember, automatic. First, you decide continuous or spoke. The second, automatic or manual or semi-automatic. So continuous. First is let me go for distance interval. Distance interval means simple. You make a boundary. Yeah, in this one, let me pause. Once you make the boundary, you can see the tree numbers. Okay, that's for our friends, and you will see how many trees you will have to spray. So and also how many hectares you will have to spray. So this is a good way. Once you finish mapping with M3 and when you reconstruct the map in this point, you understand how many hectares you have to spray tomorrow and how many trees you have to spray tomorrow. So you can communicate with your teams, collaborate. Okay, we have a true drone, so we will take how many trees each, and which spot you have to take off, which spot I will take off. So that is your consideration. You have to select the takeoff points. So from one takeoff point should be left, right, because as we all know, time is very important. Every 1 hour you can finish. Normally, if we say for fruit tree, I will tell about in liters. So in 1 hour, normally we do 7 flights. So how we will effectively manage? If otherwise, maybe from one place to another place, if you move again and again, it's wasting time. So we want to finish in one spot as much as we can. That's how we have to manage the plan. Okay, minutes must run. Does this have to be mapped with multispectrum mode or RGB? Now whatever I'm talking here is RGB mapping. No multispectrum mapping. So just use the RGB map. Even Mapping 3 Enterprise RTK or Funnel 4 RTK do the same thing. That's what I'm telling. No multispectral. Multispectral is not yet. Okay, thank you. So see, like once you make boundary, it generate the flight paths, and then you can do the job. So remember, when you generate the flight path, here I want to add more point is, once you generate, you can check 3D and you see it is safe or not. You can say check. Okay. The second thing is distance interval. How we plan. Select the continuous, then distance interval, and then you make the boundaries here, 3 boundary points, and then you select the calibration point. So remember, calibration point is very important. This is a reference point for your feed crops. If you say for continuous, you say, oh my friends, I didn't mark the visible points when I do the mapping. Before you do for mapping, you have to add the calibration point, like a visible point. You have to put in the ground. This is some like strategy to make it correction. As I already tell, like I know, like some of you may be from survey industry, like HYZ, like many thing about accuracies. But in the agriculture mapping, what I always use is my idea. From one tree to another, it's never changed. Our earth is rotating. It may change if you go for coordinate or anything. Even if you rely on RDK, it may stay change. But if you use the physical points, see from one I see like one tree to another, it's never changed. So that's why I put the fixed point, like absolute, absolute like calibration, accuracies. I put the fixed point. I use that way. Especially this is very important for the spot spray mission. For continuous, maybe you can even remove like false calibration. You can turn on here false calibration, then you can continue the job. You don't need that calibration points. But for spot spray, it's a must. for your information. When we mark with the RTK, go back to spray the feed. Do we need to place the RTK base station in exactly the same spot it was when we mark, or can it be placed in different place, just verify offset and crop? Yes, this is the second way. So the first way, many people think, yeah, RTK must be put at the same place. Actually, from my experience, if you use the fixed points, you don't need to put at the same place. Imagine we must 100 hectare from one RTK, from one spot. But when we do the job, we will need to move, from more than 2 spots or 3 spots. That's because our aggressive zone, we need to maintain the line outside at all time for safety reasons. So we may require more takeoff points. So unnecessarily, you need to put the same exact point or RTK base station. Yeah, for that reason, I always suggest use absolute calibration points. What I want to do, let's say this farm I want to spray, and the first thing I do the survey. So walk around or maybe driving around, then I have an idea which area I will take off for my aggros. Then I put, the carpet, something visible, the black, I put there, 2 point, the 2 carpet each spot. Maybe if I plan to take off from 3, maybe I will need like a 6 carpet. I put each 2, 2, 2, and then I map up. So before I remove the carpet, I put some like stick or anything I can see the next day when I come. So I use that kind of fixed point for the accuracy purpose. Yeah.
Okay. Hello.
Yes, brother.
Sorry, I have a question.
Thank you.
Damilola Oyemi from Nest, Nigeria.
Yeah, brother. Yeah.
Concerning drone technology and tree crops production.
Yeah.
I want to talk about our hybrid tree crops in Nigeria, especially when it comes to things like citrus, oranges, lemons,
sure,
tangerines, and grapes,
yep,
and all our other hybrid tree crops like pawpaw, mango, and the rest. So our own hybrid varieties will start fruiting around 3 years. Sorry.
Okay.
They don't really grow so tall, but they tend to develop the leaf umbrella very quickly. Now, I know you've spoken about mapping and stuff like that. I'm going to the actual reason for these drones concerning fertilizer and pesticide application.
Okay.
Now, in Nigeria, mostly for these hybrid tree crops, we use the conventional style of fertilization. That is the ring fertilization along the roots, just the ring around the roots of the trees.
Okay.
Especially when you're using inorganic fertilizers. But I want to ask, how can drones aid that operation when it comes to hybrid tree crops? I'm talking because of the umbrella. I know that because for fertilization, for herbicide application, it might be a little bit easier because drones will just disperse. But for the actual soil fertilization, when it comes to hybrid tree crops, how can these drones help us to be more efficient and more cost-effective in these aspects?
Okay, sure. So let me clarify about your question. So you have a mixed crop, right? You have different variety of crops in one farm, and you want to do the fertilizer spray, each species. Is that right? Or you want to fertilize
hybrid tree crops like oranges, tangerines, pawpaw, mango,
sure,
guava, and the rest.
Okay, sure, understood. So regarding with this work scenario for the drone, what it can do is when you map up, you see like different fruit tree, right? Different fruit tree crops. If you want to spray for guava, or if you want to spray citrus only, you can select the citrus and you can select the drone will do spot spray, one by one. So, or this is like usually we don't use automatic. We use semi-automatic. We make our own fly pads, or we make our own selection on DJI Interos. And then when you select, the drone will exactly go that specific area, will spray and will applying fertilizer. That's how the drone can do with the accuracies. Of course, regarding with
the drones they can be spot specific, they can be area specific.
Yes.
When applying fertilizer, okay, that's what I wanted to clarify. Thank you very much.
That's thank you, Demi, for your question. Sure, that like the drone will go specific trees by trees and the specific plant by plant or line by line, it will do the jobs. So yeah, thank you. Wait, Merson, no.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Very new spot. Okay, sure. So let me continue. So regarding with continue planning, select design interval, and then you can select the feed points, and you can select calibration. Then you will see, once you calibrate, you can generate 3D route. You will see this. Okay, of course, in Terra I will show the workflow again. Okay, that's for to make sure you are clarifying. Okay, let me just go a minute. Okay, a minute. Any question? Need to verify offset each location. Yes, Monson. Once. So how we do is we plan in Terra, we export the file to agriculture drone. The next day, you need to bring agriculture drone to the calibration point. Put at that point, rectify offset, you are good to go. Yeah, that's correct. Let me share my Terra window. Okay. So to make sure you are clarifying about the easy to understand. So let's say once we open the Terra, once you activate, you will see this this screen. Okay. So first go to new mission. I will click. We will see visible light, multispectral. The lighter is not our work scenario because we are not using any LiDAR sensor. We use multispectral or visible light. You can select any function. So the one today I will show fruit tree mapping is visible light. Click visible light. Make a mission names. Okay. Yeah, I will show the full workflow for you. Mission name simple. Click OK. So once we finish, we see on the right screen. So on the right, you see the field name. You can say modify line photo or the photos. Okay, I always select the photos. Click photo, and I know where my file I put in desktop and DJI interiors. Let me show this like okay text. Okay, 0 term, and then I will select photos. You can select multiple photos, not just one. Maybe 2, 3, 4. Because once you maybe if you have 1,000 hectare, 1,000 hectare, you cannot cover in one flight. Maybe 10 flights or maybe 5 flights. You can each flight will create one photo, so you can select multiple photos. And then once you finish, see, so do not just start reconstruction. You need to check arrow triangulation, no problem. So 2D, the field. So you need to select the fruit trees to see the feature what I'm showing, because maybe you are mapping for the field, maybe for the rice field or the corn field or maize or maybe a wheat. So I may still suggest you fruit trees. Why? Because the field and the fruit trees is they give you the different function and different features. In the field crops, you will not be able to modify the object properly. The fruit trees is the best way, and for the accuracy, for the terrain follow flies, so I will always suggest fruit trees. Select. The other thing you can leave as default, and then you can just simply start reconstruction. Click the start reconstruction. When you click, so you see that 2D reconstruction is started straight away. Okay, so for now it will take some time, but in Terra is maybe 35 minutes or 30 minutes. So we will not wait for this for this time. Once it's finished, we go. We will see the file. Remember, okay, this is this field. Okay. Okay. So now you will see the field. Once finished, you just turn off. You will see the accuracies, and you will see the clear images. This is orange orchards. So even orange, this is not on the mountains, but it's grow, follow the contour lines. It's not the straight line flight burst. Apparently, we cannot go for automatic. We have to go for, we have to go for semi-automatic mission planning. A minute. Can you please send out the recording or this webinar? Yeah, sure. We will share these recordings after the webinars. We will record and we will share all the things. So later you can see the video and you can simply follow the working flow. So we have these fruit trees. Once reconstruction, then you will see here Here the last point, like annotation measurement, agriculture application, quality report. If you need quality report, you can simply take quality report in this stage. So first is annotation measurements. What we can do is, let's say you have the farm, okay, you have the field, and you want to know, you want to go and you see like abnormality here, and you want to check here, so you can select the coordinate. No, you can check. Oh, okay, this is a coordinate, the latitude, longitudes, and altitudes. See, you can check these are for the coordinate. Next is the distance. The distance is, I normally use the distance in areas. Why? I know from my VA experience, like if you go for big trees like the mango or durian or like maybe cocoa or maybe coconut or date. So these three, I cannot see my drone. One is flying too far away. But the drone limitation always say like 1 kilometer, 2 kilometer. But in fact, it's not flying 1 kilometer, 2 kilometer in the fruit trees because you cannot see the drone. If you maintain line of sight, yes, it is possible. But because of fruit trees, I cannot maintain the line of sight. I'm not like a 20-meter tall guys, right? We are not 20-meter tall. So how can we see the drone? You know, we just rely on the IPV. We just rely on RTK. That's why I only measure the distance. It cannot go 1 kilometer. It's go always like 400, 500, 600. That's why I only check from my, like, see, I will show you. You see here, I put the carpet. You can clearly see. So from here, I will take on my drone and I will see how far I have to go. Click and check. See, 300 meters. Oh, no problem. So I can go it easily. Then what about this size? 287. So this fee I can go for sure. But if you have a big farm, you have to measure how far. Just plan within 400 or 500 meters. So 500 meters, 500 meters. This is a one morning job, you know, one session. You know, in the morning, like 3 or 4 hours, you can finish in one spot. So I only use this to make sure where I should divide it, where I should stop my planning from one spot. This is for the distance measurement. Okay. The next is the area measurement. Area measurement is to talk with your farmers. Just quickly make an area. Okay, then tell him how big his farm. Okay, then how many days you will take times. So in how many days you will finish. So you can discuss this kind of thing after you know the areas. Because the farmer tell you, oh, this is how many area, this is how many hectares. It's about like it won't be accurate because you have to measure exactly first. This is a quick overview. Okay, so yep. Okay, thank you. So it's a good, like by the way, interrupt. Like if you have any question, just let me know. If you are not clear, you can tell me. You can ask me all the time. So it's good, you know. You clarify your question better. Okay, so this is the area, the annotation measurement we use for this kind of purpose. Coordinate, the distance, and area. This is overall. So more important thing today is agriculture application. We go for agriculture application. Okay, once you go for agriculture application, you will see here. Let me delete select where it is. Okay, because this is I used before. So once you finish the plots, you will see like this. See, this is the trees area, the pink, and some other area is not trees. If you want to see the clear images, you can remove display result. You see here, display result. So you see here how detected by AI. See, some trees are not detected. See, this is the trees. It's not detected. This is the reason, as I told you, once the map reconstruction finish, we need to modify result. You see display result, full calibration, modify result. Go to modify result, and then you will see here. See, I use a brush. Why I paint this? This is from my experience. I know this is not everywhere trees. If you can go one by one, it's much better. Why I do this is, if I did this, when I go for the spot spray, I can see very clearly. That's why I mark as you know, every area is a fruit tree area. Okay, so in the modification, let me continue. We have fruit trees, we have the buildings. We can modify for pole, and the ground and water. So here more important thing is the poles, because in our farm we have the cables, we have electric poles like this. See, we have a pole, but it's not detecting well. See here, it's not detecting well. So the pole and is the area the drone will never go. The drone will stay away from 6 meters away. So if you let's go like we have different object, okay, the fruit tree will spray, but the pole we will stay away from 6 meters away. It will never go to that area. That's why when you look my modification, you will see I mark as a pole these tall trees. These boundary are tall trees. Because I did the site survey, I know even after we can generate the 3D route, we can see this area is the tall trees. So why I mark as in poles? Because this area is dangerous like a pole. It is an obstacle, it may hit. So there is no, the obstacle also you have to mark as a poles. So the drone will never go to that areas. Okay. So yeah, this is how we modify, this is how we walk. So the ground, the drone will fly, the ground and the water, the drone will fly above, but it will not spray. But the ground, it may spray if the area is narrow from one tree to another. The ground area is narrow, it may spray. And the drone will not go down. Okay, if you mark as an others, so normally the drone will go down and up and down is exactly followed by that. This is good like for accuracy, but it's also dangerous if there is a complex terrain condition in your farm. So you have to select like a fruit tree or ground. If you can select the ground, much better. But normally what I do is just I select the fruit tree area and the poles. This is main important object and the buildings. Okay. Then once you finish, you can clip safe. Okay. Any question? Can you please repeat the purpose of marking something as ground? Yes, of course. Why we need to mark something as ground is from, for example, this condition. Let me turn off. For this kind of condition, so from one tree to another, we want to go for continuous spray, right? So if we go for continuous spray, the spacing is too big, so the drone will not spray that area. If you don't mark as a ground, you know, is if you mark, this is one reason, so that the drone will not spray. If you don't mark as a ground, this is like automatically is others. Others mean the drone will detect the area and will spray and also will go exactly. So like actually, if you go for the big tree, you know, big tree, and we have one small tree you recently replanted, the drone will go down too much and it will go up again. Then if cannot go, it will stuck. Or if you use an old model that not reliable, like maybe like T16 or MG series, it will crash. So that's a reason we need to mark as a ground. Then the drone will not go down too much, will go make a smooth flight paths. This is if you use a previous Terra version. But now good news, with the current version, the latest version, when you see the 3D flight paths, you can manually increase the height, increase the altitudes or the flight spot or flight areas. That's how we make it safety reason. Okay, anyway, I'll make it this first, like let's say continuous. So we have continuous or spot we need to select. Okay. Oh, Minute, you have any question? What does the drone do with the information something marked as ground? So it's marked as ground, the crop will remain on the height it was before that mark. Yeah, it will remain, but not exactly, a little bit. It will walk, not going down too much unnecessarily when there is no trees there. Otherwise, the drone will go down. Is there a way to see the descent while modifying? To see descent while modifying results? Say I only want to spray 10 meters from the pool. Can I measure descent then mark area to spray? Yeah, you can do that. You can do that one also. So see, like we can say like force calibration. If you don't want to add calibration, you can turn off this force calibration. Okay. So this is display result. So first we need to select like let me repeat, continuous or spot. If you say continuous, we have a descent enable, tree ground center, semi-auto or manual. How they work is you already see that, right? So the second is like a spot spray. Spot spray also have a tree automatic or semi-automatic. So let's go for distant continuous way that many people are using. So continuous, you select continuous, distant interval, simple, make a boundaries. Okay, then once you finish the boundaries, you will see here like how many areas. Okay, and then you can, if you go for not continuous, if you go for a spot spray, you will see here this boundary. It will show you three. It will show you three counts. Okay, wait. See, you need to modify. You see here how many trees, right? Okay, you see here how it detects the trees. But remember why why we need to modify the trees is, you see here some area. See this area, the tree is not detected center, so you need to select. Delete. You need to select the center. Oh, okay, tree. Yes, this is the reason we need to modify in two-time modification. For the continuous, do the modification different object. Then if you go for the spot spray, you can go like 1 tree by 1. You can modify. Then save. No. Then you can make a trees. Okay, trees here. This tell you how many trees here. So most important thing for the tree count is like before you make a tree count, always modify the result. Is there is a trees? Okay, is a tree or not tree? See, like we have one more tree here, right? So see, that's why we need to modify you as a trees. So that how we give you very accurate numbers. That's why the reason we need to fly 100 meter or lower, for the tree count purpose. Anyway, so continuous, just select the trees and then you can generate. So this point I will highlight for you, because once you generate, it gives you like 3D flight paths, so that like you can always check is safe flight or not. You look here. Okay, like control and the left click. Mouse is very important. Okay, see, you when you look here, the drone go up too high, because this area, the boundaries, I remember also, these are not trees, these are not orange, these are just the wood. So they grow for the wood purpose. So it's go up and down. So if you want to go down, for example, so here you can modify the height, you can modify the fly width, how many meters, and also the route angle. Here, mostly the height is like 3 meters or 2 meters is fine. For the terrain follow accuracies, I want to highlight here terrain follow accuracy. Look, so if you go close to the 0, the flight paths will be tops. So I always suggest make it terrain follow accuracy 1, so that like it follow the smooth flight. The flight path is smooth. So no problem if you want to go down. For example, this area you think height, you can bring down. Okay, if you think this area down, you can go high. This is how smart with the Terra, now. So if you are using the old version, I will suggest you to update your Terra to the later version. So this will help you how to optimize the flight paths manually. So once you are confident with your flight paths, you can simply save and you can see AG. If you put SD card, put SD card and click. It will go to SD card, import your remote controller. That's all. This is a workflow. If you want to share with your friends in the cloud base, your friend is in another city, you can upload to cloud. Then he can download from the cloud. This is how the Terra we use. Okay, this is a continuous. So actually this field is not suitable for continuous. Why? Because this field, the way it grow is control line. That's why we should go for the semi-automatic. Look, semi-automatic you need to draw your flight path like this. So you need to follow exactly. Yep, then you can follow, you can draw your own flight paths, you can optimize, and then you can generate. So semi-auto, why we call semi-automatic, even though you draw the manually flight paths, is always automatically correct to the tree area to spray. So it's exactly follow. Sorry. So the reason, if you ask me, most of the time I go with semi-automatic because I plan for the fruit tree all the times and I want to follow the terrains. But the weak point of the semi-automatic, see, look here, when you modify, you can modify only the heights and terrain follow accuracy. There is no the spray width, there is no the flight path direction, because the flight path we draw our own. So there is no flight path. Even we draw our own that narrow. Maybe sometimes they are. It depends how the trees are growing. Sometimes maybe they're growing within like 4-meter spacing. Some area maybe 6-meter spacing. It depends contour. It depends on the terrains. So we don't need to worry this. So it will spray. But if you are the drone service providers, always remember you should be charging per flight or per liters. Do not charge per hectare or per acres if you use semi-automatic and manual, because semi-automatic and manual will not give you accurate acres, hectare or areas. Accurate area it will not give you because the spacing are different. This is the reason. That's why always remember this is very important. Okay, charge per liter or charge per flight or per hours. Do not charge per hectare or per acres. Please repeat. Yeah. If you are the drone service provider, if you plan with semi-automatic like this, never charge per hectare or per acre, because we draw our own flight paths and the spray width are different and the heights sometimes are different. That's why it will not give you accurate hectare or accurate hectare. It will not give you accurate hectare, accurate acres. That's why we shouldn't charge per acre or per hectare. But it will give you accurate liters. How many liters you spray and how many flights you did. Of course, it will give you. That's why it should be charging per flight or per liters. Do not charge per acres. Yeah. So yeah, that is the way. So I hope now you already absorbed how we plan. If you go for spot spray, click spot spray, you make automatic like this. So it will show you. When you click, it will show you like 1 tree by 1 trees. Look, right? See the way the drone flies, is not uniform. Should be going like 1 line by 1 line, right? For this reason, we need to. If you want the 1 line by 1 line, you have to go spot spray and then semi-automatic. Look this area, then it will generate. So it will show like one line by 1 line and 1 tree by 1 trees. This is how we can optimize by the spot spray. Okay, so yeah, so you can plan continuous or spot spray. This is how we plan in Terra. Once we finish, click save and put SD card and you can export. Because I didn't put SD card. If you put SD card, it will simply show here imported successful. That's it. Okay, so one click it will save. You don't need to worry about which file types I need to change, what file types I need to generate. No, once you put SD card, click OK, that's all. So that's how we plan for the fruit tree. Okay, I hope you are clear with the fruit tree the workflow now. Okay, so yeah, this is exactly a plan here. How we plan, what kind of objects, everything I talk in the Terra, I show in Terra is showing here. Okay, yeah. So of course, I will share this PPT also with you guys, and I will also share the recorder file for the people who register and also for you guys you can check later again. See, that's how it's telling in PPTs. Okay, yeah. So then once this is the part is you need to import, put SD card, you will see the file, you can import, right? So you can select the file and you can import the file. then you can select the file. This is a normal way like agriculture mission planning. Go to mission, field, you can select and you can execute the text. So yeah, any question for today, fruit trees? Because that's all for today. Let me check the question. I see you are on the Terra version 425. Is this version compatible with the Agra T30? Once you Terra version 401, this feature moving the flyers down not compatible. Yes, 401 is not compatible with T30. You have to use a previous like 325 or things like that. But 425 is also compatible. The one I'm using now. Even 401, I also have an issue. So I'm not using that one. Sorry to mention that. So go with 425 or the more than like before 405, 401. Never use 401 if you are using T30. Yeah. 425 is compatible with T30. Is there a way to change the start point in Terra? Yes, in Terra you can change. If you use 425, but if you are using previous version, you cannot change the start points. So you see like generate 3D pop, it will show you the start point. You can change the start point. You can change them. 425, okay. If you are using another Terra, it cannot. Also, you cannot change this height if you are using another Terras. Changing height. Yeah. You have to. You must update so that you can use all the features. And also compatible with your T30. But the 425 is for all the agras. They make aggregate for all the drone.
Before
I know before 325 Terra version, we cannot use for T13 is only for T13, and then T20 is only for T20. But 425 is for all the drone. Yes, that's all for today, and thank you for your time, and thank you for your question. And we will share more detail in more webinar. And if you have more specific topic, you can let us know, and I'll be ready to share it. And see you in the next webinar.